Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday and a good week so far. Just tightening a few bolts before we get started. All right. Now, this may look familiar to you. This is the top of the pylon, the central pylon support structure for the build. And yeah, we've been working on it a little bit here offline. So let's take a look and see what we've done. Go ahead and throw this mask on. And you'll see we kind of we're taking the shelf out quite a bit. Um, I want to get started on that Shinra building. Um, but first we need to expand this structure out quite a bit before, because the building is massive. So, and yes, those lights are in no particular order. They are meant to look that way, and it'll all make sense later. But not like later today, later whenever. Okay. So besides tackling that second ancient city, uh, really just been kind of focusing on doing the build. I'm really anxious to get started on the Shinra building. It's going to be a big project. My plan for that is to literally just to build a wool like frame for everything that's on it, and then once we get that started, we will fill up this interior, because my actual base will be on the bottom floor. Yay! At least that's where I'm thinking it's gonna be, which is where we're heading here shortly. So, alrighty. Yeah, we got our glass put in up here. Kind of looks like an old school film reel. That was unintentional, but I was looking for symmetry, and that's kind of what we got here. The reason why I haven't closed this off yet is because it's extremely easy for me to get up and down. Um, Easy, especially if I don't have my wings on me, or if my wings are running low on juice, which uh, which they should be fine, because I pretty much like took care of that earlier. I don't know if anybody's on the server right now. It doesn't appear to have any. It doesn't appear to have anybody on the server. I don't even think anybody's in Discord right now. Um, no, no, nobody's in Discord right now. So let's just hop down here. We have slow falling, so no worries. And we're gonna clear out our inventory, because I'm gonna need some inventory spaces. So let's go in here and throw some things in here. We'll just throw. We don't need to put these in that. Okay. Toss those in there. Everything else will be fine. And let's head down. I don't know what happened to that piece of carpet right there. I have a carpet thief. Thank you for facing the wrong direction. Okay. So we're getting to it. I mean, there's some progress being made down here. I'm in the decorating phase on this first floor. It's basically just in the interim, I'm doing some things, like when we get my sheep's getting a wool coming out. We've looted some ancient cities, so I've got some extra wool from that of different colors. And let's see what we got going on here. You notice the last time we came down here, this part was completed, that part in the corner was completed. Now, I went back and forth a couple times on how I was going to do the rest of this. Was I just going to mirror that, like take this whole thing out and just mirror it? Well, I really thought about it, but I didn't want to. That's why I marked out the chunk borders. But then I got to thinking about, man, this redstone's going to be all over the place, and if it breaks, then that's going to be annoying to fix. So what's an easy fix? Yeah, we'll just we'll keep the first part with the redstone, obviously. And then we got copper golems, because there's going to be other redstone that's going on. Like, I'm going to need redstone on this. Actually, I do not think I will not need redstone on this. But yeah, we need redstone, and because we're gonna have to like put some auto like crafters on here, have things sorted out, because you could see this has got everything coming down here. So I need to get it sorted. Oh, it is completely full, isn't it? It's fine. It's not completely full. Okay. So what we decided to do, because in each of these sections I could put 9 treasure chests, so I kind of worked a little bit yesterday evening, just really getting everything set up to put treasure chests in here. Thanks for stopping by. So we are going to fill these out up to here. Now, I don't want to go too much past here, because there's some pretty, this isn't going to be bad. Like, okay, so ignore all this, it's all temporary. This isn't going to be bad, because this could just feed right into the appropriate spot for the golem. This one is going to be more technical, and it's going to have to work across the ceiling. Now, we've got a little drop ceiling we're going to put in, right? So that will work. That'll work just fine. That gives us a couple spaces to work with, and that should be plenty of room. I can drop the redstone in the top. I don't need much, because I need to drop, and then this right here is going to feed. Now, here's the issue I'm having. This is what I was trying to think about yesterday, and I didn't really give myself time to think about it too much. So this is where this section ends, right? And this one is where it begins, right here. Well, how do I get this from here to here without just throwing a whole crap ton of hoppers there? Because the hoppers are ugly, and I kind of don't want to, like, I want this to be kind of an entranceway. Because like I said, my base is going to be down here, so we need an entranceway for more than just me going in and out, because I do need to get back here so I can check to see if anything's wrong. Same with right here. And then we're going to have, this wool is actually going to be sorted into the system too, and you can see that the treasure chests are way back there. So I've got a plan for that. I'm not going to reveal it yet, because it's going to be kind of neat. It's going to be a little animated. It's not going to be very efficient, but it's going to get the job done, and it's going to look cool while it's doing it. So I thought about a couple things. It's like, oh, well, I'll just put a copper golem here and walk up and just drop into, like, maybe walk all the way and drop something here, and then have it skirt across the top here. Well, I can't do that, because this is too low right here, right? That's not where the roof's going. I want it up high. So I mean, I could figure it out. Like, I could just build a hallway over top of it, but I want to keep this entrance, 3 high. I don't want it too high. I want it 3 high. So that's basically where I'm at right now with that. But what I was thinking is taking my little device over here, this guy, right? I built this to take care of my sorting system input right there. So if I did like, so this thing it's automatic, right? You just put a dropper in here and it's gonna kick on and spit that stuff back out. So if I spit it in a water tube, right? Like, so basically instead of this, we have that device set up right here pointing this way. It's gonna spit into a water tube. It'll take it, I can take it all the way up to the very top, take it all the way across and then drop it down. And then my ceiling will be over top of it. I'm not too concerned about what it looks like back here because this place is going to be completely closed in anyway. It's only open right now because I need access, and there's going to be back access anyway, but it's just going to be for me. I mean, I guess people can go back there, but there's really no use for it. So I set up a couple of these to kind of remind myself how I did it. So first thing we need to do, did anything get in here from my sorting earlier? Sometimes I have an issue with these guys not do your work. I mean, this guy appears to be working. The guy appears to be working. See, not all this stuff's going to be sorted. But I put it in there on purpose, right? Because I wanted it to. So apparently, this fella right here, he's a little bit far out. So he's... Wait, what is he doing with Skulk? That shouldn't have made it here at all. It must have missed the filter because it's the last filter. Yeah, that should be sorted right here. So. Oh no, it broke. Okay, I can fix this. Let's fix our system real quick, everybody. So that's why it went that way. So how did that break? I mean... Make sure our torch is still lit. Our torches are inside the chunk, so it shouldn't matter unless it's this. No, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't affect that at all. I don't know what's going on. So let's just go here. If it's an issue with the chunk border, I'll just take that section out and move my Skulk somewhere else, but let's, oops, I went way too high. Let's go over here and fix this. If it keeps happening, then I'll definitely change some things around. So what we want to do is we want to take this and go boom, 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 and then we'll take this. All right, and I think it's got to be 42 or 41. So the next time I put Skulk in there, it should work. So then we need to take. Let's take this stuff. Can I get access to this? I don't even know if it opens. Okay, it will open. So I can just drop this in here. And that should send everything down the row. I think maybe when I was building stuff, maybe it affected the sorter a little bit. Let's see. I mean, that stuff may have just zipped right by. Let's go over here. I was always kind of iffy about this part of the sorter anyway. We got, that's going through. One of these things appear to be stuck. Okay, they're not stuck. They're just, okay, they're all going through. Okay. That's fixed. Easy fix. Easy fix. I was worried it was something worse. But yeah, if it's an issue with, like, if it's an issue with the chunk base, a chunk border, and that's the only one that's doing it to, I'll simply just take that whole section out, extend that wall down, and you know, do that. But I think it was probably because I was messing around up there while I was sorting, which I know better than to do. So these guys are all sorting. So we should have some stuff show up here. Yeah, more skulk. And then some wool, which... Okay. Yeah, so we'll just wait till the wool. So I put some items in there that I do want to start sorting. So once they get finished with their sort, I will... yeah, once these guys all get finished with theirs, it's going to take a little bit. So let's just build a little more. But before we get to building, I've got to create more copper golems. And I need them to freeze up pretty quick. So a good secret for anybody playing the game is make sure your copper is fully oxidized. And they should pretty quickly freeze up. You don't even have to capture them anywhere. They're just gonna... Alright, let me go pick this up. Drop, and you'll see that some of them already starting to freeze up on you. They may walk around for a couple minutes, but they'll eventually... all of them will freeze up, and then you can do your thing. And they usually do it within just a couple seconds. You want to make sure the chunk stays loaded, so just hang out with them for a bit. They won't really run off anywhere. They're just going to keep checking these copper chests until they freeze up. Alright, buddy, you're the last one. Okay, there he goes. So, now we got all these guys sitting here, which is perfectly fine. Good place to leave them. So let's start with putting our treasure chest in. I made quite a bit. Yeah, we're going to do this section right here, and then, so the goal is get these sections done. Now, whether or not we're going to get them all the items in them, that's, you know, that doesn't bother me too much, because there's some stuff like to fix it that I need to do. But if I get the first couple ones going and get these ready to go, and then we're going to try to figure this out a little later. So let's start with this. It's kind of tricksy putting these guys in here, because you don't want that to happen, because that's not the way you need them. So you kind of have to stand right by it and just pop it. Now, this part's not hard at all. You just bam, bam. And they should just attach right to the other one. We do want these to be double chest. I did toy with the idea of putting single chest, you know, like have a corner here with some single chest, but this is bedrock, and it's really, really, really a pain to do that. Like, it is a honest to God pain to do that. So I'm just doing it this way because to me this makes more sense, and plus because we're going to be in this world for a really long time, I might as well use double chest because I don't want to have to go back and change it afterwards. Okay, easy peasy. Alright. So I need some bricks. Guys, how do I make bricks? Not a rhetorical question. I really don't know. How do I make? Do I have bricks in here somewhere? Did it be a okay? No, I don't have bricks. How to make bricks? I think you have to put them in. You have to put them in the oven, right? Okay. Okay, so I need to... Okay, I should have plenty of this. So let's... Yeah, you do. I didn't want to throw them in a smelter, because once you do that, you've kind of passed the threshold. Like, we put a couple of these in here. These should smelt bricks. I don't do these that often, so... And it's a little bit different with these than nether bricks. Oh, there's my glass I put in there earlier. I will need that later. Okay, let's make sure I was right. Okay, yes, a brick. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to need this glass. And actually... what do we need? We need soul sand, don't we? Soul sand. Now, here's a good question. Oh, there it is. Only need one piece. So let's just take the one piece. Yeah, do that, whatever. And if I stick the water line here, I won't have to spread that out. I'm trying to keep everything like as compact as possible. So if we do that, it'll go up and then over. Well, we have to put it here because glass has to be there. Well, I guess glass doesn't have to be there, right? Yeah, I want... Yeah, because this is going to be a hallway. So it's fine for the glass to be there. Alright, now let's grab that glass. And we actually need to go all the way up here. Okay. And this is going to be the other side of it. Water will go that way, right? Yeah, because if it goes up, it's going to go psh. It'll go up and then hopefully catch that. And then this will go here. Not there. Well, let me get the old scaffolding out because I can't reach. Because this needs to be 1, 2. Let's see if we put it here. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I do hate turning the curve with these things. But if we put ice right here, and then like a button, it should work. That's what we'll do. We'll put ice and a button up there. Now, ice and a button. Ice. Yeah, I'm not familiar with my own setup right now. Leave me alone. We'll just take all the packed ice because I don't know how much of it I'm going to need. Let me put that right there with a button on top of it. I need to make a button, which I should have some wood in here. Button, 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 button. Let's just do all 4 of them just to make sure. So we're going to do that with a button. Where'd they go? Okay, now this will all be blackstone. Which I should probably just go ahead and do since I need that to be filled in anyway. Let's go ahead and put our blackstone right here. Because that's our roof. Okay. And then boom. Those are going to slide across, hit this corner. And then they're going to go boom. Boom. And then they're going to fall into a hopper. So that means this last one is going to need to be... Yeah, we're going to have to put another thing of ice up there. At least in my opinion. It may not work, but we're going to put it up there anyway. And we need a button on it. Keep the button. Alright, perfect. Ugh, that's going to suck to put the water in there, but it is what it is. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. Because that's going to go there, and then I'll have to go in and... put water in there so it shoots straight up. It has to be... God, it may be easier to put kelp in there, but... Is there anything important above me? Oh, okay, good, good. Nothing important. So we can do it this way. Alright. I gotta clear all this out for a little bit. It's just gonna make this part a lot easier. Ended up standing on ice. I was trying to figure out why I was moving around like that. Okay, I'm standing on ice. I don't need to fall. Okay. And there'll be something in front of this to block this off. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back down here. Look at that. I've already side quested today. I didn't want to do that at all, actually. Put that there for a temporary block. And then bump. So I got a bump. And that's going to fall into here. And... oh. Nope. Everything needs to be moved over one. Yep. I can't have this come down over here. Because it's going to be right in the middle. So it needs to come... it needs to go over one more space. So let's fix that. Okay. Not a difficult fix. It could be worse. I could have assembled the whole freaking thing, then realized it needed to be moved. Alright, that's going to change some things around. Which means I can put this blue ice here. Right. So that will go there. And then there's going to be, you'll see, that same design over there over here. We'll do that. Actually, it doesn't matter. That blue ice can stay there. That's not a big deal. And then that'll go around that corner. Right there. And then, so we don't have, we are going to have to do, I think right here we are going to have to do some hoppers. Why I just did it like that, I don't know. Okay, so we'll have to have some hoppers. Actually, you know what I could do? Do something similar to what I did over there. Let's take this down for a second. We can do hopper in the chest. Ah, but it has to be where he can't reach it. So let's think for a second. So we can do hopper in the chest, right? I don't think, no, it's not. It's, nope. I'll just stick with doing what I was doing because let's grab some hoppers. I probably don't even have that many, if any. 3. Now that'll be enough to get started. Still have a block there. Okay. Now I need the hopper coming straight down. So let me get back all the way at the top here. I've somewhere lost a... Oh, this absolutely has to be an ice block right here. Otherwise, I don't know if this is for sure, for real, what happened, but I'm pretty sure that the water will just go through a hopper because it's not a full block. So if we can just stop the water there, right? By temporarily removing this glass block, allow me to jump, so I could put that right there. Then I can pop on down here. Well, before we get too carried away, let's make some more hoppers. Take some of these and take some chest. Oh, I can have it collect in a barrel. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. That, there's no reason for it except that if I ever have to, I can have something else go into the top of it. See, that'll make it where he can still open it. But if I put a barrel, right? If I put a barrel right there, and then that on top of it, that will allow it so I can now do I have any barrels down here? I probably don't. So I think I need wooden slabs for that, right? Some just like planks and slabs. I'm pretty certain that's how you make a barrel. Oh, well. And... Or is that how you make a composter? Huh. Ah, Jesus. Where's the barrel? Oh, there's a barrel. Yeah, okay, it's both. Let's make a barrel. It really doesn't matter which way the thing's facing. And then we want that to go on top of it pointing in, so that stuff slides right into there, and it should go all the way down, so we can just test it real quick. We put this in here. Okay. I know it's easy, but I like to test everything. So we get ready to put the water in there. So all that's done. So, so that's pretty much done. And I'll go upstairs to put the water in when I get to that. All right. So let's get our bricks. Let's throw some of this stuff back over here. Because these have got to be done by now, right? Yeah. Oh, just enough coal. Cool. I'm going to make some slabs. Hey, Mincy, how are ya? To make slabs, I have to make bricks or brick blocks first. I always use brick slabs to build with, but man, I hate making the stupid things. Alright, let's check out chat. Let's see if looks like we do have Angel Coin on, so we're gonna join chat, and but we're gonna take a quick break and run an ad, so I'll see you in 2 minutes. Hey, I don't know. Where are you gonna put it? I'm working on my storage system. After one of these days, I'm gonna learn how to place blocks in this game. Like I'll forget to change to my pickaxe, and then like I'll have a block in my hand, and I just throw a block down instead of, picking it. Yeah, I'm using a controller, so there's no excuse. I just had the wrong thing. I just had the wrong thing in my hand. Now, after doing those ancient cities, like I've got so much crap that just doesn't have a home. So I was like, I got to finish up this storage system. So I'm doing the first part of it on stream, and then I've got some redstone to do. So I'm gonna do that a little later. um, oh yeah. Yeah, I try not to do anything too technical when I'm on stream. But, well, I mean, I did build a water line for items to get transferred over. So, I hope I've got it built right. I'm not sure if I have it the way I need it, but I'm going to find out a little later tonight. Really? Yeah, well, I am tired because I was out in the sun for quite a bit. I bet. It's so it's kind of funny actually. Like, not that you can't go, but it was kind of funny when I was driving. I was like, when you told me about the Hawaii thing, and I'm like, oh, oh, that's cool. You know, I really thought you were calling me to say, oh, I want to go to the beach, and I'm like already halfway down McGregor, and I'm like, you would definitely need that. I gotcha. Mm. Yeah, I was about to say it ain't a that's not cheap, right? Hmm. No, I was expecting him to say, "I'm not getting on no dang plane." Yeah, well, I actually think the cats will probably be a little better than him. He won't be able to get out of there, but I do want to close that off. I hope I can get to my copper golem after doing all this. I better not do that right yet. Yeah, so instead of doing anything too technical for the rest of this this thing, I decided just to go ahead and utilize copper golems. They're easy. I don't have to use redstone for them, and it doesn't matter if they unload. Like if they unload from the or despawn or unload. Unload's a better word. Oh, that's why I'm confused. Okay, that shouldn't be there. I'm trying to build something exactly the way I did it like a while back. The problem is I did it so long ago that I'm forgetting little things. And I probably shouldn't close this up until I put chest down. Man, I really like the look of this cinnabar block. Oh, I gotcha. We're gonna have to change that out. I don't care what block it is. I just don't want it to be dirt. That looks bad. There we go. Yeah, I hope that works. I miss having an easy way to recharge my stuff. Especially Elytra. Like, mm-hmm. Good point. All right. What? It's one of the great mysteries. How many do I need? 1, 2, 4 of these guys back here. Ah, crap. I'm gonna need more honey. Or honeycombs, actually. Yep. Golem's hitboxes is only 1 high, which really makes it cool too when you're making sorting systems with them because you can make them super compact. Did you check the ancient city? Because I felt like we probably left a lot of stuff there. Okay. Oh, it's good. You know what I need to find? I need to find a freaking nice sulfur cave. I mean, the ones we found are pretty nice, but I need a lot of cinnabar. Um, and that little bit that I've mined, the ones over here, is not going to cut it, I don't think. It's not in a shelter somewhere, is it? Hmm. Hey, Minzy, yeah, I'm glad to be on. Okay. Well, everything looks pretty good now. I need to grab some diorite, polish it up, and put the floor in. Oh, I'm running low on diorite. What? What, the zombie? Yeah, I'm anxious to see what this does since it includes armadillos, so that actually had me thrown for a loop. I wasn't going to ask you, I was like, I just want to see it. I want to see everything about it, so. What's that? Crap on a crap cracker. I knew this was down here and I fell into it anyway. Nah, it's fine. I have slow falling, but I fell on a ledge. But it's that stupid cave underneath my build. You know, the cave that will never go away. Yeah, I knew it was up here too, and I just dug right into it, walked into it, and wasn't paying attention. Aha, there's another opening. plug that hole. I do not. Yeah, I don't need to worry about the chunk borders anymore because I'm not using the redstone I thought I was going to use. I'll need some more spider eyes. So in that first ancient city that we found, there is a cave spider spawner, and I'm gonna create just a kill chamber. I don't really care about the XP so much. I just want the loot off of them, like spider eyes and strings and stuff. I'm just gonna make it. Oh wait, there's spiders. Is there? Yeah, is it? Out of curiosity, is there anything spiders can't climb on? Damn. Okay. I was like, I could lace that room up with everything that kills it. Either that, or just put a bunch of dispensers with arrows in it, and just when they spawn, just shoot them. Ah, that's fun. Yeah. Well, I just don't know what to do with that spawner because I remember. Yeah, because I don't think they give you any extra loot, right? Besides the. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I spent an hour over there today, like excavating some stuff, seeing if I could find any artifacts. No, I just found a lot more skulk. I mean, I found a diamond. I was in there yesterday, and I accidentally set off a shrieker by uncovering it. Well, yeah, like there wasn't any of the doodads around, like the sensors. But what I did is when I took the carpet off the wool block off top of it, instead of me catching it, it fell straight down onto it. And if you do that, it automatically sets it off. I mean, I didn't worry too much about it. It was the first time it happened, so I was just like, ah, well. So now I go at them from the side instead of trying to take the one off the top. Oh yeah, I took one of those walkways out today and ended up with like 3 stacks of wool or something like that from the wool that's just in there. Because if you go in those hallways that they have, they're too deep in wool blocks. So there's yeah, so you get a lot of wool off that. Well, the light gray wool anyway. Mm-hmm. Maybe it is gray. I don't know. It looked like gray to me, but I don't know. I'm partially blind, so I guess it doesn't. It's one of those things. Hey, Crew Lizzo, how's it going? Cool. Well, like I said, where I have all the farms and everything, I was kind of making that a farming area because there's crops and stuff out there too. You can harvest if you need them. Mushroom lights, everything you need, basically is over there. I just ask that you replant the stuff after you're done. But yeah, it should have. I was trying to make it into just a nice little area that we can do that. Oh, crap. Right? I didn't even know they had one coming, and then Nicole mentioned it to me on the way back. Hmm. Yeah, I know it's weird, right? Because it wasn't even going to rain tonight. Yeah, I'm anxious to try pizza out of a food truck myself. Like I, that is a new one for me. So yeah, yeah. I was like, we're not going to find out tonight anyway. Let's see. I need to go ahead and put that stuff in up there. Aw. Yeah, I'll have to swing by there here in a little bit. Check it out. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'm just working on this silly system over here. Hey, you know how to make those decorative torches, right? Okay. You don't have any honeycombs over there, do you? Dang. Alright. I need a stack of honeycombs. Well, I guess I better grab a pair of shears. Now I have the beehives, I just haven't made a farm yet, and I don't even know where there's a beehive around here. Maybe, maybe there's some over at Get Bros, maybe? Well, we're gonna find out. I'm not wearing my wings, so I'll just go through the nether. I made one of those mining helmets. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah, well, no, they look silly, but it is kind of nice. I figured out the dynamic lighting, for whatever reason, only works if there's only one person on the server. So I don't know. I'm going to look into that, find out why that's happening. Um, Meaning like the light around you. No, it's lighting up in here. I'm in the nether, it's lighting it up. And you're on. So maybe that's not it. Ugh. Okay, he said all this stuff's in all these chests over here. That did freak me out yesterday when I came through here and there was no house, nothing left. I was like, dude, I wasn't serious about planting trees on it. Because he's using copper golems. He's gotta have those. Otherwise his copper golems are gonna freeze up. I think it involves copper, but yeah, I don't. Oh, a lead? I don't think we can make leads. I think a name tag. Okay. So you got hoppers just going straight down for. What the heck? Oh, there's a bee's nest right there. Well, I guess this will accelerate my bee farm now. Have you built a gate over to your place yet? Like a nether portal. Oh, cool. More obsidian in our obsidian farm. Oh, no, it actually came out the right spot. Okay, I just looked at it wrong. Well, I'm going to fly over there because I want to see what you're building. Is it the armadillos that you're having issues with now? Junk loading. Okay. And this is supposed to work on bedrock, right? Yeah, that's right. They can't. You should be able to set stuff in composters, yeah. Well, there's a cherry grove right next to an ice mountain, so there's probably an ancient city right under you. Oh, did you find it already, or? I gotcha. And a dark oak forest, so yeah, it's guaranteed to be over here pretty much. Mm. Oh, you're right underneath me. Where? How? What the frick? Oh, okay, I see now. Hold on, I'm going in a cave, so I have to be prepared. Alright. Oh, cool, there's water. Okay. Yeah, I know you're jealous of my helmet, aren't you? Yep, I would be too. You sure you don't have any honeycombs and on any of this garbage? Come on. Wait. What the frick was that? Oh, that's that parrot head. No, the head. I was like, I didn't recognize it. It's the parrot head. Oops. I just set off a firework. Yeah. Oh, you got some axe. You got those things. Yep. That's what I said. Snow. 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 Not snow. More snow. Not snow, but in the same family as snow. I can't believe none of us have honeycombs. I thought I had more. And I had a few stacks of them, but I have no idea where they went. Dude, you got a lot of stone over here. Oh, you got a mulching machine. I love those. It's usually one of the first things I build. Like when I get on a world and I'm able to, I build those things because they're freaking useful as hell. Squid. Kill the squid with my crappy sword. Yeah, the drown's following me up. And so is that one. Ugh. Yeah, when you get that XP farm going, I'll definitely try it out because I need some more levels so I can get some better freaking weapons. Mm. Okay. Oh, did you get him in the thing? Give me a second. I need to fly back over there. Ugh. And fly right into the side of my building at the same time. Do you have spare rockets over there? Tell me you have spare rockets over there. Rockets. Do you have spare rockets over there? Okay. I did not refill my rockets before I left. Should have enough to get back, but mm-hmm. Okay, so or I could swing my pickaxe, right? So throw it right in this water above the armadillo, right? Yep. Oh, cool. I have to kill him with my pickaxe. Ow! 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 I broke a block. Well, yeah, well. Hey, I discovered a problem. That was my bad. Um, Jerks. I have the hardest time hitting silverfish.